2 episodes did.
I was like, how the fuck are they going to tie up everything that's still outstanding
In 3 episodes.
Not in, like, yeah, like in 3 episodes, because you know the 3rd episode is all fighting. It's all going to be the battle. But then you got 4, 5, and 6. How are you going to tie all this shit up? Like, what was the point of him getting an ice dragon if he lost it right away?
Basically, yeah, he lost.
That sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
That sucked. Like,
the whole. Sorry to cut you off. So from jump, the very first scene when you see Game of Thrones is about the Night King. It's about White Walkers and the Night King when they're doing the fucking circle of people.
Yeah. What do those symbols mean?
We don't know what the fuck those symbols
Why
mean.
did Arya become a faceless person? She didn't use it.
It's so much of the shit where it's like,
all right, you know what? Talking it over now, the last season sucked. I was wrong earlier. Now I'm angry.
It did blow. It's just one of those things, like the Night King, like the whole thing from what I got from it was the biggest, baddest thing that's going on right now is the Night King and the White Walkers, and you got rid of him in episode 3 of season 8 or the last season of ever. Like that should have been like the final battle if that's the case. Now I get that Cersei, and by the way, that actress played a hell of a fucking role. I don't think I've hated people as much as I hated her and Joffrey. But
Joffrey, I like straight up. If I see Joffrey in real life,
catch your hands.
I'm gonna run him over.
Yeah,
that actor sucks.
They was some fucking horrible people, man. Horrible people. But so I could get why they made Cersei as the main, like the top villain.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it didn't start off like that. From all of these like episodes to what we got up to the point 2, that was the end goal for me. That was the end game. Like, it's the Night King, man. We gotta defeat this enemy. We gotta. It's the fucking undead. Like, how do you how do you kill something that's dead already? And then they fucking like, I'm like, fuck. So the battle scenes was cool. Like the battle of Winterfell, although it was fucking dark as shit the whole episode.
Yeah, it was very dark.
I still enjoy the eeriness of it. I still enjoyed it. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Long, gave me the proper length I felt like we definitely needed for that battle. But and then also when what was it, episode 5? It's episode 5, right? When Daenerys burnt down the city.
Yes. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. She burnt down King's Landing with her dragon, and that scene was pretty cool as well. I feel like the writers, what they did was, instead of writing a good ending to the story, they felt like they could rely on just a bunch of action-filled episodes that would satisfy our thirst for the conclusions of these stories that never got tied up.
I think the source material was over after season 6.
Yes.
Which is like season 7 and season 8 were both meh.
Yeah.
Like they were eh.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't really do it. I will say, at first, everyone saying Daenerys becoming like the Mad Queen and shit didn't really make any sense. But I think if you pay attention throughout the show, she shows signs of that power and that bloodthirst and
throughout the whole joint, yeah.
And so I didn't really have a problem with that. I thought it was very poetic that Jon had to kill her.
Yeah.
I think that overall part of the show was decent, the Jon and Daenerys storyline.
I agree.
But your Cersei, your Jaime Lannister, your Night King, fucking Bran. Fuck Bran.
Yeah, how the fuck he has the best story? Like, what?
Bran is the second most punchable face on that show.
Yeah, just staring blankly ahead with the fucking Kobe Bryant still eyes.
He's coming for me.
Like what the fuck? Why do you think I came all the way here? I'm like, Bran, nobody gives a fuck about you.
Bran, just wheel the fuck out of here.
Word. It's cool that you the 3-eyed raven and shit like that. You can see in the past and shit. That's awesome. But bro, you can't even move your legs. What the fuck?
How the fuck is there supposed to be a king or queen after you?
Exactly.
He can't procreate.
That's a fact. Nah, I don't think they thought about that one. I don't think his dick works.
I'd put money on it that his cock doesn't work.
How did John become the king, man? Like, I guess that was too simple, huh?
Had to have been.
I guess that was too
wasn't
complicated.
Maybe enough. Because it was never really what he wanted. He's I really don't want this. He was in the same way Daenerys was fighting her destiny to be the Mad Queen. He was fighting his destiny to be like the king. That's not what I want.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just me though. My favorite thing about when we when we shoot the shit is I still have that sense or that ability to take you one direction and just go a completely opposite way with the sentence, and you love it.
Hell yeah. You used to get me with those shit
I fucking love that.
All the time.
That's I've never been angrier than I was working at the Wallen Galleria Mall.
Man. It was some good times, though.
We had a lot of good times. We got some good, we got some people that I would consider friends for, the rest of my life, like Dree and Nancy and you and, shit like that. And, I learned a lot from working there.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's one thing I always say, to everybody I've had on this podcast that worked there and we talked.
Because you had on Alex.
Yeah, I had on
Colin.
Alex. I had on Connor.
Or Connor, sorry. Not Colin, man. Fuck me, Connor. I'm sorry, dude.
Shout out to Connor. Yeah, I had Connor on. And we all had that same sense where you learn, first of all, you learn how to talk to people quick.
You really, and
you develop charisma quick.
Totally relevant for me, too, was you learn to talk to different people. People of all backgrounds, economic, racial, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Sexual orientation. We would have the gay weddings come in and you have to that's a little bit of a different presentation. There's more detail involved. You get some people that are on their third marriage that really just want a black tux and they want it as cheap as possible.
Yeah.
And then you get your people that want it detailed. You have people who want this but can't afford it. So then you got to get creative with it. Oh, well, this style sort of looks like it, but it's not quite the same fit, so we'll just go down a size for everyone. You got to write down in the notes, go down a size in the jacket. Nobody ever fucking looks at the notes.
Right. Yeah, man. It was beautiful. It took a lot of lessons from that job that I definitely cherish and I'm able to apply just in life in general.
You know what I've daydreamt about before? That the ownership group selling it off to us.
That would be dope.
And we just sort of took everything that we learned from doing the job, because I think that was one of the problems with our company was direction came from management and upper level of people that they did the job. They've been there for 30 years, but they haven't done the job in 30 years.
Yeah.
Things change, people's needs change, people's styles change. We're out there slugging 60 hours a week out, hearing our ear is right on the heartbeat. We're right there. So I always daydreamt that if you or me or Matt or somebody just had a bunch of fucking money and they're just let's buy this and let's do this thing our way, that we could do that. Mm-hmm. It's bridal shows. We used to crush bridal shows.
Yeah.
Flirt with some bridesmaids, flirt with some moms.
I remember being touched on by so many fucking bridesmaids and moms. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, this is not appropriate, but you know what? I'm okay with this.
I remember one time I had that business card holder that had my name on it that I bought. And I remember I pulled it out and I put it back in my pocket and I threw it back in my pants front pocket, and I went over to this next couple, and there was this old bride. She's from the South Town. She had a bunch of makeup. You could tell. She liked to get fucked. We'll go with that.
Okay.
And she said to me, "Is that your business card holder, or are you just happy to see me?"
Oh shit.
And I was probably 20 at the time. No, probably 19. And I panicked. I said, "Oh no, I'm just happy to see you." And then I realized that what I said was the creepy option. And I said it like a bitch.
Oh shit! I don't think I ever had one of those moments.
No,
That's funny though.
You and I got to model that one time too.
Yeah, I was not ready for that. And that's what I've been wanting the whole time I was going to these bridal shows. Like, yo, get me on this stage.
Yeah.
And the one time I don't want to be on the stage, I'm sick. I don't got my hair cut.
We're in Erie, Pennsylvania.
I'm wearing the same tuxedo that we wore a week before Bryce.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I was not ready. I had to go out there.
I still have on video my walkthrough somewhere.
Yeah.
And I will never forget that I was wearing a burgundy tux and I'm like burgundy and gray socks.
Yep.
And I went up to a bride and her mom over off to the right. I pulled up my pant leg and I was like the socks match the jacket, socks match the jacket. And she's like, oh, well, I don't like red. And I literally just
I remember
shoot her away. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
I remember that.
that was maybe one of the most cocky things I've ever done in my entire life. I was like, oh yeah, like you like this? She's like, yeah. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That was working. You and Logan. Logan's walking around like he had the biggest dick in the fucking room, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. If there's a power ranking for cock at Tuxedo Junction, Logan's up there. Logan oozes that energy of my dick is bigger than yours.
I respect that, man. Logan owned that room.
Shout out to Logan.
Shout out to Logan, man.
He was a good kid.
Yeah. Remember when we first learned about Logan? Remember we was just sitting there chilling?
Yeah.
And then I remember he was on his phone. And the next thing he's like, man, that bitch left me on red. I was like, what? Wait, what's up there?
Logan.
Yeah. You know, this girl. I'm like, oh, shit. All right. I can fuck with you.
Yeah.
And then he's doing I was doing impersonations the whole ride home.
Dude, he did every impersonation under the sun to the point where I just want to say, shut up. It's been an hour.
That shit was funny as hell.
That was a fun time.
That was
a good show. It was me, you, Hannah, and
Logan.
Yeah. It was us four.
Yep. Right. Stupid. Who's your best impersonation?
Probably John Gruden.
Yeah.
I really like doing Gruden because Gruden's easy. Plus, when you get the face going.
You got the face down pat, too.
I'll tell you what, man.
You do a good Donald Trump, too.
I do a good Donald Trump. I try not to do him as much now because, everyone wants to murder him.
I mean, it's only appropriate.
I mean, Iran is going to regret this. Believe me. Trust me. I can't even do it that good anymore. I feel like it used to be better. But, I don't know. He was... The best part about my impression of him is the facial expressions and the hand movements. Yeah. So that's why the voice doesn't really just do it justice. Whereas the Gruden, you can
hear it.
You can do the Gruden. Man, I really like that Tyrod Taylor, man.
That joint is solid.
They call Richard Sherman Control Alt Delete Man because whatever windows are open on the field, he closes them. That one's from Frank Caliendo. I can't take credit for that.
I gotta get that on video though, because you got the facial expressions down pat.
I'll tell you what, man.
That's OD.
So, we had our fantasy football draft, and I had a disgusting team, and I couldn't get the wide receiver position figured out. My running backs were Kamara and Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Kamara sucked this year.
Yeah.
Kamara sucked. I had Kyler Murray. I had Keenan Allen, who's 20 points the first week, 50 points the next week, and then he just didn't do dick for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I had Devontae Parker, who ended up being good, but just couldn't figure it out. But anyways, we were sitting there at our draft, and it was Hard Knocks that it just came out. So we have a microphone because we do it at my buddy's work. So it's up there, and I'm emceeing it. I go, all right, everybody, knock on wood if you're with me, just because that's what he did in Hard Knocks. And all my friends were like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
We don't want to draft with John Gruden. I just couldn't help it. It gets addicting.
You gotta love that though. That's entertaining.
Dude, it gets addicting. To start talking in someone's voices.
Yeah.
I remember when me and my friends went to Cancun, me and my buddy were fucking with some chick that we were from Essex over in London.
Yeah.
Or it's just south of London. And we only know that because some actual dude from Essex was at the resort too, and we heard him talking about it.
Yeah.
And so